Hello, I'm Ginger Holiday. Sometimes things don't come out as we planned. Today, I made an olive oil brownie. But, as you'll see, it doesn't turn out the way I would like it to because I use a different recipe. But if you watch my next video, I will show you how to recover from such a mistake. Some tools you'll need for this recipe include a digital scale, a hand mixer, and a few bowls to mix your ingredients in. You will need an 8 by 8 inch glass pan coated in some kind of oil and lined with parchment. Ingredients for this recipe include 179 grams of olive oil, or milliliters if you're like that, 353 grams of cocoa powder, and I've used natural, black, and French just to give a combination, 180 grams minus 1 tablespoon of sugar, or 163 grams of sugar, and this is because I am in high altitude as we stand, but you can just do 180 grams flat if you are at sea level. 2 ethically produced eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 125 grams coarsely chopped walnuts, omit if you do not like walnuts, 125 grams of dark chocolate chips, and a pinch of sea salt. Also further, if you'd like to add salt on top of the brownies as a garnishing agent, I would suggest a coarse sea salt. Combine the oil and the cocoa powder together and give that a stir. This doesn't look like that much oil, but just keep going for it. And actually, I would switch over to your mixer. Start on low because you do not want powder everywhere. Add in your sugar, vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Continue mixing. Mix well, this is dense. Add in your eggs one at a time. Add in your flour and beat for 30 seconds. Okay, bigger bowl. So go ahead and beat this for 30 seconds. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty crumbly. I've actually never made this recipe before, so I'm trying it out right now. Going to add a little bit more olive oil just to kind of moisten it up a bit. We'll get the rest of the stuff that was in the container that it was in before. And then I'm going to add it tablespoon by tablespoon. I'm actually going to add about 1/4 cup of water. Okay, I added about 1 3/4 cups worth of water just to get it to a liquid state. And now add your walnuts and chocolate chips and just fold those in with your spoon. Now it's ready to be poured into your pan. Right, go ahead and smooth that into your pan. Now these are going to be really thick. And when you're finished with that, you can sprinkle it with a little sugar and then a little sea salt. But don't go overboard with that. And I'm going to put this in the oven for about 40-ish minutes at 375, but if you're at sea level, it would be 350. Well, here's the final product. It was in the oven for about 40 minutes. It looks really, really dark. That's because partially because I used a black cocoa powder. And let's cut into it and see what it's all about. That is really dense. And it looks a little dry. This is a little bit of an experiment here because I changed a recipe to something else. Well, it was a little bit difficult to get out of the pan. Let's taste it. It isn't the right texture that I would like. It's not. It's kind of flaky and like falling apart. Well, I'll be using a different recipe next time because this looks like basically the state it was before it was cooked. And brownies shouldn't look like that. I can't even get, this is like mud. This is like what you would use in one of those gummy worm dirt scenarios. That's what this is. Oh, and I wouldn't recommend putting parchment in there if you're gonna cut slices out. If you're gonna turn it over, then yeah, but well, join me next time when I make something better than this. This was an experiment. Number 1.